Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we are with you to discuss one of the most amazing empires in history, the Macedonian Empire. This empire is not only known for heroes like Alexander the Great, but it has left deep and lasting effects on the world. Are you ready to travel to the heart of history and discover the secrets of this great empire? The Macedonian Empire emerged as a great power in the ancient world in the 4th century BC. The empire first reached its peak under the leadership of Philip I, a king of military vision and genius. Using diplomacy and military strategies, Philip I united the various Macedonian tribes and strengthened the army by conquering neighboring lands and forming alliances with Greek cities, such as the League of Corinth. He founded a powerful empire. These alliances allowed him to dominate Greece and become a dominant force in the region. In 336 BC, after the assassination of Philip I, who was able to control large parts of Greece, his son, Alexander, ascended to the throne. He faced great challenges, including internal unrest and external threats. But by using his military and leadership abilities, Alexander succeeded in suppressing the rebellions and establishing control over Macedonia. Alexander sought revenge against the Achaemenids who had invaded Greece in the past. He went to war with the slogan "Revenge of Iran," and this served as a national motivation among his soldiers. This sense of revenge and nationalism encouraged his forces to conquer new lands. Are you ready to discuss the important and great wars of this empire that were fought by Alexander the Great? So be careful! 1. The campaign to the northern states. 335 BC, one of the most important campaigns of Alexander to the northern states, and various tribes took place in this year. In the early years of his reign, Alexander marched into the northern regions of Macedonia and neighboring states to quell any threats from local tribes and internal enemies. These campaigns can be considered short and bloody military operations, but they are not as well known as her major conquests in Asia and India. 2. Battle of Granicus. In 334 BC, Alexander the Great fought his first major battle near the Granicus River in Asia Minor, now Turkey. This battle was fought with Achaemenid forces led by satraps. Alexander succeeded in defeating the enemy by crossing the river and using modern military tactics. Victory in this battle allowed him to gain control over parts of Asia Minor and to be recognized as a military hero. 3. Battle of Issos. In 333 BC, Alexander clashed with Darius the Achaemenid king, near the city of Issus, now Turkey. This battle is known as one of the most important conflicts of Alexander. Using his creative strategies and bravery, he succeeded in decisively defeating Darius. This victory to Alexander was allowed to continue to conquer more lands and gain control over more areas of the Achaemenid Empire. 4. Conquest of Egypt. In 332 BC, Alexander marched towards Egypt and entered this land without any resistance. He was hailed as a hero and savior, and during this trip, he founded the city of Alexandria, which became one of the great cultural and scientific centers of the world. This conquest allowed Alexander to gain control of the Mediterranean region. 5. Battle of Gudmalae. In 331 BC, Alexander clashed with the forces of Darius near Gudmalae, now Iraq. In this battle, he succeeded in decisively defeating the enemy by using his military strategies and leadership skills. 6. Capture of Iranian cities. In 330 BC, after conquering Babylon, Alexander moved towards Susa and Persepolis and captured these cities as well. Then he moved towards Hegmetane, and with the capture of Hegmetane, he caused the complete destruction of the Achaemenid Empire. The victory and capture of these cities allowed him to have more control over these lands. 7. Battle of Aornus. In 329 BC, Alexander was attacked by local Afghan tribes near areas present-day Afghanistan. By defeating them, he gained control over the new lands. This battle was an indication of Alexander's war management and diplomacy. 8. Battle of Sogd. In 327 BC, Alexander clashed with the Sogdian tribes in Central Asia. This battle was recorded as another victory in Alexander's record, and he gained more control over the region by defeating the local forces. This battle demonstrated his military prowess and his determination to expand his empire. 9. Battle of Hydaspes. In 326 BC, Alexander encountered the army of the Indian king Porus near the Hydaspes River, now Pakistan. This battle was fought in difficult conditions and despite geographical challenges. Using his innovative strategies and unparalleled bravery, Alexander succeeded in winning, and after this victory, he went on to conquer more parts of India. Alexander the Great, the greatest conqueror in history, died in 323 BC in Babylon, the place he had once chosen as the capital of his empire. He, who was at the height of his power and glory, suddenly faced a mysterious illness. In the last moments of his life, he asked those around him with his weak voice, "Who will rule these lands after me?" His death was not only the end of a glorious life, but also the beginning of a new legend. His empire was divided into two halves and civil wars fueled its fate, but his memory and name remained eternal in history. Alexander, with his courage and genius, remained in hearts as a symbol of hope and sacrifice, and his death was the beginning of an eternal legend that will live forever in the history of mankind. In memory of Alexander the Great, let's take lessons from his courage, leadership, and sacrifice. If you enjoyed this video, please like and follow our channel to travel together into the wonderful world of history.